Gave me a life, man. Gave me a life, because I was in jail, I was in rehabs, I was in institutions at a young age, you know? So, barbering, even my barber career when I went to barber school, I failed out 3 times, you know what I mean? And, I was a nut in there, you know what I mean? I was going crazy in there, but I was holding up, man, you know what I mean? And that was a good thing, but it changed my life, man, you know what I mean? I committed suicide 4 times. I done tried everything, man, but
Wow.
God just wouldn't let me get out of here, man. And then, God basically put this together for me, man. I remember just being in a dark spot in life, man, and at one point, and I wanted to give up, but I just wanted to keep on carrying my family name hard, you know what I mean? Because my grandfather always told me, don't give up. And I seen what he had done for people in the community, and a lot of things that I seen from him. But the way I was raised, he basically I'm him, you know what I mean? And I
Appreciate that.
thank God that I was able to get out of the struggle that I was in mentally. Because mentally, man, if you lose your mind, it's basically no coming back at times, man.
That's true.
I remember being in jail, man, cutting hair for years, and cutting killers, and people were never coming home again. You know what I mean? I just said, not it. You know what I mean? So I remember
Mm,
asking killers like, man, did you ever kill that person? Or, what you gonna do for the rest of your life, man, you being in here, And they never really could give me an answer, you know? So I mean a lot to me, man. That jail, and, seeing crazy people, and, dealing with people that lost their mind really woke me up. You know what I mean? And it was good that I seen that. And it was good that I heard that people couldn't give an answer when they killed somebody. I done seen, talk to some major killers, man, and and all they could do was just shake their head. And I remember cutting their head, and I was still trying to make them look good. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to knock them because they went to kill somebody or whatever they did. I wasn't judging. I was
giving that
basically
second
saying, you know
chance.
what, let me just make this person look good for the judge, because maybe, hey, he might come home. Who knows? But I was doing my job in there, you know what I mean, to make sure that
Mm,
somebody else look good
mm.
in the judicial eyes, you know what I mean? And I was thankful for that. You know what I mean? That I didn't judge nobody that took somebody's life. You know what I mean? And I always, like I said, I was just trying my best. As even though he killed somebody, he might have robbed somebody, I was still trying to make this person look good. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big part of my life. And that's why, which brings me here to Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Because end of the day, man, what you might see, what you might hear, some good people out here. You just got to make them look good. You know what I mean? I get a chance to tell my students, make somebody look good, man. You know what I'm saying? Make them look better than you sometimes, because you don't know. You don't know who's going to change your life. You don't know, this could be you. You know what I mean? So when I see homeless, and when I see people in need, or I see somebody that might have killed somebody, hey, man, that's not my job. That's not my,
It's another brother or sister. That's it.
you know what I'm saying? My job is to make you look good for whoever, whether it's a job, whether it's the judge, whether it's the jury. You know what I mean? So that's one reason why I think that my life is the way it is today, because I can look at something, and I can think opposite of the situation at times. Even sometimes down here, looking at somebody lost their mind, and I think sometimes I say, you know what? You think they crazy, and they think we crazy. You know what I mean? So what do you really think? How could you really put their mind together, and you saying they crazy, but they're looking at you crazy, and and trying to get an answer out of it? You know what I'm saying?
Mankind.
So when
That's
I
crazy,
do
bro. I
see
love
it,
it. Man, I love it.
yeah, so when I do see it, it means a lot to me, because I sit here and watch every day somebody that might be lost their mind, and I just wonder what they really think about us. But see, a lot of us that really got our mind really are lost. You really don't know it. You might not show it. You might, walk differently. But guess what? 9 times out of 10, I guarantee everybody talk to themselves. I bet it.
Mm. Well,
And
you
look
know
for
what's
an
funny?
answer.
Every day I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking to God and having a conversation how I could be a better human. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that.